Yikes.
the theme is
Hello.
a Facey channel exclusive.
Exactly.
Not available on Spotify.
That music is only available on my channel and
This is
on
about as
YouTube.
annoying as Nintendo not releasing their music.
Right. Last week, you guys went through some trials. You were at the Tree of Skarnul. He had put you into some sort of waking nightmare, shall we say. You had to do a bunch of stuff, and you managed to confront the magical sickness that spreads within you. You learned a couple of things. You learned where the magic's source is, kinda. How to stop this from taking over the world and killing everyone.
Yep.
And you found some rather nice books for yourselves to study and read up on.
Oh yeah, did you have to send me something on the Book of Many Monsters or whatever it was called?
Yeah,
have it in there.
I still need to send you guys a bit of stuff, but that'll come.
Okay.
Don't
In
you
due
worry.
time.
The Compendium of Beasts.
It takes a while to illustrate an entire compendium of beasts and send it over in the Discord, I would imagine.
Exactly.
I think it's just a magic. It's like a magic item, except it's not magic.
But yeah, you guys were told to rest up for the night, basically. You've got a quest in mind. You know where you have to go. You know you have to convince some people to help you. But your dear friend Pearl has still not woken from her slumber. Ooh.
No.
Perhaps we should confront
no.
Skarnul about this.
No.
We rejoin you as you guys are waking up in it's a room in the Tree of Skarnul. It's been fashioned into a bedroom for you guys. It's pretty bare. There's just a few plants around and twigs sticking out of the walls. But you guys have had a nice night's rest. Pretty safe up here in the nest. You've got a long day ahead of you. What are you thinking? What are you planning?
I am wondering how far away the library is from where we are right now.
Yeah, same thing. Just because we can only take one book doesn't mean we can't read through the rest, right?
Well,
I want to look at those swords again.
you asked me what I was planning. I was weighing up the possibility of going stealing another book or two. I was just weighing it up. I haven't made a decision.
I'm not necessarily steal a book, just read them there. You can keep them.
I know we got places to be. I'd happily stay in there and read all day, but you know we've got stuff to do.
Well,
Yeah.
as you're planning this trip to the library, you wake up and you look around the room and you realize there's no door.
Ah.
You don't know how to open the door. The door was made for you when you came here.
We're all in the same room as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're stuck. I wanna ask again. This is a large dead tree, correct?
Very big tree, yes.
Is it dead? Can I light it on fire?
Seemingly,
please don't start a fire in a wooden room we're trapped inside, Frost.
I know, it's true.
I don't think Zacunus will let you do that.
But you can control the fire, right?
Yes.
I hate to say, he's got a point. No, let's not burn down our room. Well, we seem to be trapped. I mean, clearly doesn't trust us to wander about. Which I suppose is fair, because I was thinking about stealing a book. Do we just wait for him?
I guess.
I don't like it.
Have we tried calling out to him? I don't know if he's around, but
I'm going to go over to the area where the door was.
Yeah.
And
I'll just shout, can I fly on
just-
one of your
just-
birds?
give it the old, with my strength 3 knock. Ah, hello? Hello? We're up. Feels like it's about breakfast time, no? You out there?
Can I fly one of your large birds?
You don't get anything back.
Rude.
Yes. I will not be recommending this stay to my friends.
1 star.
1 star
No,
indeed.
dude, there was a good library.
As we look around, what else can we see in the room? Is it like basically like, is it bland and featureless, or is there anything else we can see? Are there any
I
cracks,
mean,
windows, features?
there is an orb of light,
Ooh.
just basically just acting light up.
Deja vu. I've
But
touched.
yeah, the beds are seemingly grown out of the tree.
Mm-hmm.
There's like not really any furniture. It just seems to be 3 beds, and there's nothing.
And the walls are smooth, featureless, craggy. Any
Just a bunch of.
light or air
branches
coming in
and-
from anywhere?
Yeah, it's basically like it's a pocket in this tree.
Right.
Mm.
Well,
Hack away. I have a sword, but I'd rather not blunt it on all the tree stuff. Does anyone have an axe by any chance?
no axe, I'm afraid.
I
I
mean,
mean, I'm happy.
I have these.
I'm gonna hold up his 2 hand axes.
Ah,
You mind sharing sharing one of those? So we can...
I mean,
You can have them
Are we-
back
are
up.
we
and get out of the
sure?
room.
are we sure that hacking is our only way out? And just, we're
I'll
up in
just
the air.
knock- I'll just
don't
knock on
wanna-
every bit of the wall I can find, see if there's anything that can get me out.
well,
Get us out.
it's hard to say, isn't it? I mean, it feels rude hacking your way out of the guest bedroom, but it also feels rather rude locking us in here in the first place.
Yeah, you have a point.
Frost, have you any hollow spots that you can hear?
Do I roll perception or you just gotta give it?
You could do an investigation to check for any hollow spots.
Okay, investigation skills of charisma, so I can add my wisdom modifier, and I will, which means whatever this is, it is 5 higher. So it's an 11. Oh, I should probably change all my charisma-based rolls in those settings. I'll do that
11
later.
total, or
11 total.
okay.
Oof.
Yeah, you knock around on all the walls, and everything seems pretty solid.
I
I-
might be
I'm-
mistaken, but from the spot I knocked on, it's relatively solid wood.
honestly, all of those sword clashes are ruining your ears. Move the way, let me. And I'm just, I'm not impressed with his efforts, so I'm going to go around. I'm going to get Loboto to help me, and with his little kind of telescopic arms, he's just like.
There is a
around the
non-zero
room.
chance I'm gonna punch Jay in the head.
If we chatted here much longer. To be fair, I'm one of it's like you must be bored of knocking like hitting Zakonis, so I guess I
I'm
am
bored of
next.
knocking the walls.
Oh well, that's a 15.
Yeah, the walls seem pretty solid.
I will walk up to Jay and punch him in
God
the
damn
shoulder.
it!
And punch him in the shoulder.
How? What was that for?
What I tell you, don't you trust me yet?
I just thought I'd help. That's all.
Mm,
Ow.
Be glad they
Okay.
could cut off your arm. That would at least stop the spread of the virus.
That was the other arm.
Oh yeah. No. I'll do both, I guess. If we ever do. You'd have 2 prosthetic arms.
I do have one more option, or one more thing I could try.
Sure.
I'm
What
just
you
gonna
got?
kind of just like go up to the wall, kind of feel in the wall, like realize that. I mean, we are in a giant tree,
Right.
kind of my neck of the woods. I've done this a few times with smaller trees, but I'm gonna try to use a speak with plants spell.
Nice.
Okay.
It says I can imbue a plant with 30 feet, within 30 feet of me, given it the ability to communicate with me and follow simple commands. I can question it or gain information or have it do other circumstances at the DM's discretion. So I'm going to try to reach out to it and ask,
Oh, ancient tree, can you please open a path for us?
As you cast the spell and reach out, you feel a giant, massive consciousness just envelop your mind, and you sort of like, oh, this is talking to this giant, really old tree.
Really old.
As you don't hear any voices, but you can hear the sort of like it sounds very much like a creaking and wind blowing through leaves, and sort of like voices that you can't really pick out that are just saying words that you can't understand. It doesn't respond to you, but as you ask it to open up a way for you, the door does appear. It starts to grind open, and there's a doorway now.
Ah, good job.
Nice.
Made a friend?
This is far more of a ancient tree than I expected. It's
All are we talking?
very wise and very overbearing in presence. This is not an ordinary tree by any means.
You able to ask it anything else?
I mean, I could always try, but my time is limited, but I'm not sure if it'll answer. I can hear it actually speak to me, but it was very ominous presence.
If you happen to ask it about our beneficent host, what kind of feeling do you get off it?
Good question.
Let's give it a try.
I'm going to touch the side of the tree again, kind of close his eyes.
Great spirit of the tree. Is Skarnul truly a friend? Is he who he says he is? Can he be trusted?
That's good, yeah, that's good.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, you are in this ocean of consciousness. It doesn't seem to like even acknowledge your words when you speak to it. Just like when, you know, it didn't acknowledge your words when you asked for a way out, but it gave you a door.
Right.
It's sort of like it's so big, this whole consciousness, that it's hard to get any attention from it whatsoever. But you do get a flash of a few different images. The first one is the tree, as when it was sort of not like a sprout, but it was fully grown. Nowhere near as big as it is now, and it was sort of, you get a picture of Skarnul like living in it. He'd like hollowed out a room and started living in it. And then you get another image of Skarnul doing some sort of ritual, and the tree growing to the size it is now. But that's all you get.
Well, I think the tree, can't really say for sure. It's not set in stone, or in wood for that matter, but it feels like it trusts him. He's been here. Skarnul's been here a while. This tree and him kind of
They go back.
coexisted quite some time.
Okay. Well,
Is that a positive or a negative? Because
it was worth a shot.
It didn't seem harmless, or it didn't seem harmful. I didn't feel any ill intent. I kind of got visions more than words, but nothing felt threatening.
He's
Okay,
kind
well.
of
That's something, I guess.
yeah. But we still don't know if Skarnul is who he says he is. Just that the tree is not in harmful standing with Skarnul.
Well, looks like we're out anyway. So,
Yeah, that's true.
if he's not going to come and, if he's not bringing us breakfast in bed, why don't we have a little poke around?
I don't see any harm in that. I don't remember him saying we had to stay here.
No. No. If he wanted to stay in there, he should have put us in a thicker bit of wood. Right. Let's go and have a look.
Outside the room, you find yourself in sort of like it's not a hallway, but it's not like a proper room. It's just a room, like a nexus room that leads to other rooms, you assume. But the only door you can see is it's like the stairs up to the top of the nest. You don't really see any other doors.
Up to the nest we go, I suppose.
Yeah, well, that's discreetly, yeah.
Right, discreetly, yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's head up the stairs. The library was way down in the depths of the tree, wasn't it, from the nest?
Yeah, the library. He took you to the library, and it was.
He did.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, we ain't getting back to the library, I don't think, folks.
Well, I mean,
unless the tree starts to get a lot more talkative. I mean,
unless you can
That's
find the door or the way to the library, it's not going to be easy.
yeah. How often can you chat to our leafy friend here?
I probably got one more use of that out of me.
Right.
So we should probably wait until we actually need its assistance.
Yeah. But if we need it, kind of thing, yeah.
Makes sense. Oh well. Really was sort of hoping for another souvenir. Anyway. I wonder what happened to Pearl. I haven't seen her for a while. I'm getting kind of worried.
A little concerned too.
Perhaps we should try and find Skarnul, ask him that question ourselves.
Yes. Let's head up to the nest.
Way ahead of you.
Okay, you walk up the stairs, up onto the top level of the nest, and There's quite a few of the vultures are just sleeping still, just lying around, dotted around the nest, just like, yeah, just sleeping. There's a few that you can see on the outskirts, like getting ready to leave and go do whatever. It's a pretty eerie atmosphere up here. Quite early morning. There's a lot of fog around. Yeah, it's quite grey, which is a change from the redness of the mist and the sort of dark brownness of the tree. It's very yeah, very graveyard vibes.
A bit grim. I told you so.
Anybody spot him around? I'd shout, but I don't really want to wake up these huge beasts.
Since Jay is not brave enough to do it, I will. I will just straight up shout, "Yo, Skanul! You, where are you?" Yeah, I think that's probably the best I can do.
Okay.
These vultures won't kill us, surely, I would guess. Famous last words.
Give me a strength check.
A strength? Is this intimidation or what?
No.
That is a dirty 20. So
You
pretty big.
breathe air into your lungs and your booming voice resounds throughout the whole nest. All the vultures that are sleeping around you instantly snap awake and ruffle their feathers and start snapping at you. Skarnul
Yeah.
comes up from the stairs behind you, and you turn round and you see Skarnul. He looks like his normal self, except he's wearing a very peculiar pair of microscope goggles, and he's holding a flask of something.
Okay.
Ah, Skarnul. You just left us down there. Loving the look, by the way.
It's
Thank you.
still
You
grim, though.
have woken up the vultures, I see.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
They don't usually like to be woken up.
Well, look, we can't all
Maybe you need for them for something.
we can't all spend all day lying around in our nests. Some of us have got missions ahead of us. Speaking of which, where's our friend?
She is still asleep.
Well, she picked a fine time for a lie-in.
It seems that her demons are too strong for now. She
Our innocent
will
Pearl?
defeat them in time.
Really? Pearl? Demons? Would never have guessed that.
We all have them, boy.
Pearl being such a gentle person, I'm sure that it might be a little hard sometimes to battle him alone.
I guess so, yeah.
Or we had each other's support.
Well, what are we supposed to do? We can't just leave her here, but we can't stay either.
Yeah. Running out of time.
I'd like to do a couple of things.
Yeah.
Actually, well, look, we have a lot of work ahead of us if we're going to stop this infection on our own behalf and that of Pucklandia as a whole. We need, if we're going to do this, we need to do it.
Yeah.
Can you assure us that Pearl will be safe here with you?
No harm will come to her.
I cast guidance on myself and do a little insight check.
Okay.
I think Scarnul could
With
just.
a 16 on
try
the old
that.
insight.
Are you going to use guidance or?
That was with guidance.
That was with guidance. He seems like he's not going to touch her. If he was going to do anything to you guys, he could have done it by now.
Yeah,
That is
I
true.
figured as much. I just wanted to look him dead in his magnified eyes and hear that from his beak.
Does he have a beak?
Not right now.
Nice.
But I know it's there. I remember it when he was
Right,
70 foot tall. It's the sort of image that stays with a man.
True.
Right, well, chaps, this isn't exactly a hotbed of activity. This is not where we need to be right now.
Right.
I suggest we see what we can do about getting fast, and I say in a slightly pointedly louder voice, passage to our next destination. Pearl could potentially either meet us there, we can come back and pick her up. But he's got
I'll turn to Scarnul and just.
places
ask,
chock
can we
full of
fly
these
on
feathered
the-
monstrosities. We must be able to
Yeah.
catch a lift.
The
I'll just turn to
birds will
Scarnul.
not leave Graffin, but I can get you there. I will get you as far as I can.
Couldn't you have gotten us here as well then, without the need for the birds?
It does not work both ways.
No. Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Oh,
That's an awfully plot convenient solution.
That old chestnut. Right, well, where do we want to be, chaps? We've got a couple of missions ahead of us.
So we could go to the king, or we could go to what was the city again with the cannon I saw? I should know this. This is near my hometown, Cholnev. Yeah, Chol.
Yeah, that's where the king is.
Yeah, we should probably head to Cholnev then. Right?
I have wanted to visit it for some time.
I know.
If
I
we
don't
can,
remember much.
if we can
honestly.
get there quickly, then it seems rude not to.
Yeah.
Scarnul, what about Cholneth? Think you could pop us down out there somehow?
My power does not reach that far, but I will get you as far as I can.
So at least partially there then.
Okay, well,
Better than nothing.
I'm really torn. I hate leaving Pearl, but I know that, you know,
Probably save us.
we got to do what we got to do.
Mhm.
She's a big girl. Okay. Well, is there anything we need to do, or do we just stand here?
Scarnul casts a spell, and behind you, green smoke starts to spiral out into the portal.
Oh,
And-
these things.
He says, "Step through."
No,
Okay, but
please.
when we want to come back, how do we contact you?
Are we even welcome here anymore?
He walks up to the nearest vulture and plucks a feather off of it.
Ooh.
And hands it to you, Jay.
Does that like hurt like pulling your hair out, or is he fine?
He's
Birds lose
fine.
feathers all the time.
Well, thank you. What do I do with this?
You'll know when you need to contact me.
Right. Okay.
Sounds
Well,
good enough for me.
thank you. Well, chaps, I've got my feather. Guess we should be off.
Yeah.
Thanks for the books, Scarnul.
They're appreciated.
Do pick up when I do my thing with the feather, won't you? And then just sort of turn solemnly to the portal and just go, Votto, Spark, let's go.
Try to get Pearl to us as soon as she awakes.
I assure you that I will.
Let's go, fellas.
Hup. Thump.
I'll just go. I hate portals before stepping in.
Why is it always portals?
You all step through the portal.
Do you not know that one, Jay? Such a clear
And-
reference too.
The first thing you notice is that it is pissing down with rain.
Come on.
It is a really shitty weather day. Dark clouds up in the sky, raining heavily. You appear to be in just a field of grass. You don't exactly know where you are. And then you hear Scarnal's voice come through the portal. There are 3 villages nearby. This is the best I could do for you. Go on your journey. Do not fail. And then the portal closes.
I pull my cape of billowing up over my head and be like, well, at least it's not fog, I suppose. He could have told us which direction these villagers were in, though.
Actually, I might be able to help with that as an explorer.
Yeah.
I could give it a shot.
Give me a history check with advantage.
Okay, should still be really bad with me. That's a 15.
You sort of know this area. You would know that the villages nearby, there's one. Let me get the map up quickly and show you.
Okay. What time of day is it, by the way?
It's still early morning-ish.
Okay.
It's
I
just,
don't know why I thought there'd be time zones.
yeah. You've literally gone. So on the map on roll 20, you've basically gone from down here. How do I ping again?
Oh, I need to move my camera. I think you hold click, right?
Yeah. Okay. So
there we go.
you've basically come from down here to up here.
I still don't see the ping. Oh yeah, no, I do. Yeah.
So we're south of Cholneth.
Yeah, you've basically gone really far north. Like you've
Mhm.
cut out a lot of your journey.
Shit! Now I need to get to modeling Altaria even faster. That's my main concern.
But you would know, Frost, that there is a village to your northwest, north, and northeast. They're all relatively the same amount of distance
If we
away.
just had vaguely north, guys, there should be a village.
Well, he said there were 3 villages.
Yeah, there's
what do
one
you know about this place?
directly north, one northeast, one northwest. So, what as I said, even if we stray a little bit of just heading straight north, we should end up with entering one of the 3 villages. I don't have a preference. They're still all quite small, especially compared to Cholneth.
And Cholneth's north of here.
Closest right now.
Cholneth, I think, is a little bit more to the west. Right, Face? I'm saying that correctly, right?
It's like the top northwest of them. It is, yeah, slightly. It is just north of you, basically, and a little bit west.
Northwest. Okay. These villagers, they're okay.
Well, provided they're not overrun with zombies,
Well,
they
that's
should
true.
be fine. But that is not something I can predict.
No,
Unfortunately.
I understand. Well, when you could have done with some breakfast. Why didn't I ask him for breakfast?
You think you would have given it?
I don't know. He looked like the sort of person who would eat twigs for breakfast. Clearly an all-brown fan. I'm going to sigh and break out one of my tins of crab rations. Anybody want some crab? Sorry, I know it's probably getting a bit boring at this stage.
I've had worse.
Oh, boss.
Okay, I'm taking 2 of my crab rations out. One for me, one for Zacchaeus.
Okay.
We can eat while we walk. Loboto, have you got my bag? He does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you guys are gonna which direction are you gonna walk in?
Let's say mostly towards
We're
Jolnev, so northwesty, but more towards the smaller village first. Probably is the safest bet.
I mean, Cholneth is definitely a few days to a week away. It's gonna take a while to get
Not
there.
gonna happen.
Little ways away.
But yeah.
Well, this is your neck of the woods, Frost. I'll defer to your judgment. Just take us as direct to Jolneth as we can.
Well, if you're heading straight to Cholnev, you won't be able to. You'll have to do with your crab rations basically for I'd say about a week.
Whoa, what? I thought you said
If
there was a village nearby.
There is
You
a
said there was
village
a village
nearby, but it is not like a bird would fly straight to Cholnev from here. We'll have to take some twists and turns to get there still.
Well, just
But
take us to the village that's most on the way to Cholneth.
we'll do. So we'll be heading northwest from here. Roughly that direction.
Okay. Yeah, you start to head northwest. You've got about an hour of walking before you get to this village. Yeah, it's still pissing down with rain. You guys, any plans for when you get to the village? What are you thinking? You
I might actually do. I probably
Shelter.
would know 1 or 2 people in the tavern there, just from passing through before. Like not personally know them, but know what is more like a more trustworthy place, right? So find a safe tavern to go to. Basically, make sure the party doesn't get lost.
Okay. After about an hour of walking in this shitty, horrible weather and rain, all your boots are soaked, all your clothes are soaked. Loboto, as useful as he is not a very good umbrella. But eventually you do see the village come into sight. You walk up and you see a sign.
Guess I'll
Zero.
read the sign.
Roll
No,
me a
sorry.
1d3.
Now, which village are we getting?
1d3.
Yep. One. Okay.
1.
Is that good? Is that bad?
You see a sign and it says Mirdbank Village.
Mirdbank.
Yeah, Mirdbank.
I would know Mirdbank, right?
Yeah.
Uh, is it safe? Face?
It's been pretty safe in your experience.
Okay, then I'll share that information with the party. Like, it's safe enough.
I'm not sure I even care at this point, as long as it's dry and warm.
Well, that it should certainly be. Yeah.
I can support that, yeah.
See if we can't find somewhere to get a fire going, eh?
Shouldn't be a problem.
If we even have to, if we walk a bit further, it shouldn't be too long before we get there.
Yeah, no, we should. Yeah, let's pick up the pace and get into Mirdbank. On the way in, I'm looking for any telltale signs of zombie activity, smoking
Same here.
buildings.
Same here.
Sounds like any of that stuff.
The whole place looks fine. You see some villagers out doing some work outside their houses or their places of work, setting up for the day. It's not, there's not a lot of people out. It's still pretty early morning, but there is the odd person setting up and doing their stuff. They don't really seem to pay much attention to you guys because you're not causing any trouble or doing anything crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing more crazy than usual.
Well, yeah, obviously. Yeah, it just seems like a normal village / town place.
I'm gonna beeline pretty much for the first person I see, and just go up and very quick, like again, still carrying under my cloak, kind of quickly introduce myself and say, like, find out if there's anywhere warm we can dry our boots.
I remember a tavern here, Face?
Well, as Jay is asking this guy, you remember at the exact same time that the guy says, "Yeah, you'll want the Mirdbank Mud Hole, the finest tavern in Mirdbank." Don't mind the
Thanks.
name.
Thanks for the
It's
tip.
definitely better than it sounds, Jay. Don't worry about it.
An old haunt of yours.
Yeah. I was fleeing and stopped by a couple places, right? With whatever money I had left. So it's also not horribly expensive.
As long as it's warm and dry, it'll do me. You know me, I'm no snob. And then I just take off and wring out my emerald silk neckerchief.
You know, in these in this part of the world where it feels like it's basically almost winter and dark and gloomy, you can at least be assured that our houses are nice, warm, and dry. That's
Right,
the
well.
one comfort we have. But not anymore.
Lead on, O faithful ranger.
Will do. I'll just head to the tavern. Right? We don't have till spy for this, do we?
No.
Loboto, just keep an eye out, eh? Just gives me a little nod in the affirmative.
Loboto is got his head on a swivel, 360-degree
Always does.
vision.
Love Loboto. Like a robot owl.
While we're walking, I'll ask Jay, you couldn't make Spark like slightly wider perchance and like have him function as an umbrella?
Huh.
Because maybe for your travels that'd be useful. Like have a segment that slide out or something.
Oh, I like that. Oh, I'll have to look into that. Yes, okay. Yeah, leave it with me. That's a good idea.
The first good idea from the season.
Okay, so you head into the Mirdbank Mud Hole.
Yeah.
It's a pretty, as you say, it's a standard tavern. It's not run down. It's not overly grandiose. It's a pretty decent place to sit down, have a meal, get some information, maybe the usual sort of tavern stuff. There's not a lot of people in there because it is pretty early morning. No one's started their descent into bottles yet. But you do.
No one's sensible, at least.
You do smell the unmistakable scent of pie and bacon and eggs.
Oh no.
Maybe it's the lack of our party bard. but I feel compelled to break into song of breakfast pie.
You start singing your breakfast pie song, and the barmaid.
This looks at you.
Oh, hello! I didn't realise we had any customers. Hello.
Oh, it's quite all right, my dear. We just got caught in that nasty cloudburst. Just looking for somewhere to warm up, maybe a fire, maybe some breakfast.
It's fairly normal
Yes,
for it to rain here.
horrible weather today, isn't it? It's not the best.
Dreadful, absolutely dreadful. Yes, if you do you have a hearth that we can post up next to?
She points you over to a booth next to a sort of chimney stack that has fire in it. She said, "Just sit over there, loves, and I'll come light the fire for you in a minute."
You are a lifesaver, madam. Thank you so much.
I will go to Jay as well and say that, if you find this weather bad, we probably shouldn't head to Alteria at all. It's basically a constant snowstorm there.
Ah. I might have to get some new togs.
And also, the rain here is quite, also somewhat frequent.
Right. Yeah, a bit grim up north, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Usually,
Okay.
right?
Yeah, might have to oil my pantaloons if the weather's going to stay like this.
Oil your pantaloons.
I might have to oil my pantaloons, yes.
Guess I can't stop you.
Why would you?
Sounds kind of weird, that's all.
You're a ranger, you should know about this sort of stuff. You never oiled your pantaloons?
No, I just deal with the rain like any sensible person.
Oh, you see, it's hydrophobic, the oil. I'll show you. It'll be a game changer for you. I promise.
Does that allow you to flow on the rain then?
No, not so much.
Show me
I'll show you. I'll show you.
The barmaid comes running over to the booth. She's got a little tinder box. She starts trying to light the fire. So, you guys got caught out in that, did you? It looks pretty bad. You guys seem exhausted. Where have you been?
Oh, just
Here and there.
a long journey from down south, visiting family.
We've come all the way from Jachibrana, actually.
Oh, that's a long way. You're far from home here.
Oh, closer than you might think.
Yes, well, one of our parties from around this part of the world. So, yes, just as I say, just visiting some small relatives. So, what's going on here in Mirdbank then? What's the news?
Well, the usual, just farming, serving drinks, the usual village and town stuff. I mean, we have heard some troubling news from the south that lots of villagers have been dying to this awful curse, but nothing here so far. So we're holding out hope. The royal army is on it. That's what they say.
Well, I can testify to the stories you've heard about the curse. I'm afraid it is true. We came across a few villagers that had fallen to it on our way here. It's a rather terrible business.
Oh God, that must have been a horrible sight. Well, that explains why you all look so exhausted. I guess it's can't have been easy.
It's been a rather trying trip, but I'm glad to hear you've had no issues, no unsavoury sorts around the village, no suspicious activity.
Green-skinned individual. Well, no, and also decayed skin.
No, we're quite a peaceful village here. We have been for quite a while. I mean, other than the odd undead that's found its way from Alteria, we don't really get much trouble at all.
At the mention of Alteria, I like slightly flinch. Like, you just squint in my eye, I guess.
Does that happen often then?
Oh no, it's very, very rare. They don't usually stray too far. I mean, the army have tried to hold them back as much as possible, but since this new threat, it's happened a bit more frequently.
Spread a bit thin.
Yes. I'm
Um,
afraid that we don't have enough people, but obviously it's not my job to worry about that. I just have to cook some food and serve people drinks.
well, don't you downplay your contribution, madam. As after a long trek, we've had enough of soldiers and chaos. It's just nice to come into a place that's a bit more homey and has a good fire, some good food.
Of course, who doesn't like a nice long rest?
Everyone loves a long rest.
Well, speaking of food and drink, what can I get you? I assume you haven't come here just to warm up.
Well, no, certainly. I could some bacon. Do you have any bacon? The pie smell wonderful, but I'm feeling a bit pied out.
Of course,
I never thought I'd say that.
our bacon is fresh from the Mirdbank pig farm. We own the farm. The tavern owns the farm. It's our own pig, so all the
Locally
best bacon
sourced.
here. Yeah.
Outstanding. Yes, maybe some bacon, some bread, some cheese. You know,
Very
the
good,
classics.
Very good. But you
Maybe even a little fruit.
We do have some fruit. We do have some fruit.
Fruit would be marvelous.
And
If
what
you
can I get for you two?
Just a beer, please. What if it's call out? A beer
On an empty stomach, you didn't even have any crab.
Oh, I
Yeah,
insist
I've
you
got
eat.
Yeah,
Go on, Frost.
I'll have a
Breakfast is-
hot dog.
Breakfast, you bastard. I was just about to say breakfast is on me as well. Yes, I'll get these. Yes, bring my friend some sausage. He's craving sausage.
Right away.
And I'll not spill the sauce on my trousers like somebody else.
You know, it seems kind of wrong not to, so I'll have one of the pies.
And a pie for you. Great. Well,
Marvelous.
I'll be right back then.
Okay, thank you very much.
She toddles off to the kitchen.
Throughout this exchange, by the way, I've just been generally like removing layers and just draping them all out on the backs of whatever I can find. I've got like a whole array of all my various accoutrements just laid out in front of the fire now.
Zarkotis has just been scooting very uncomfortably close to the fire that she lit. See the steam rolling off of all the water that's drying from this.
Well, this is nice.
It's close.
Quaint. Should do the job for the moment. I was tempted, but I don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves. I feel like we've been travelling rather high profile during our adventures in the north, and I feel perhaps as we approach Alteria and Cholneth, maybe we're best keeping a slightly lower profile.
I think.
Hope you don't
apart
mind
from
my
Chol-
little subterfuge there.
I think apart from Cholneth, the people are usually tend mostly to themselves, given the harsh conditions. So we should be fine keeping a low profile. If we don't do anything super big, most people will just not want any bit of the trouble. So.
Understood. I appreciate the local knowledge.
Any unnecessary detours that we can avoid be good.
They'll get us
That's
as
first to be
straight as
done.
we can to Cholneth.
Okay.
Right. Agreed.
And let's play our informational hands relatively close to our chests in this part of the world. We still just feel
Should be
feeling
no
a little
problem for me.
exposed right now. Maybe it's because we're
I'd say just act as
a
the
lady
locals
down.
do, and then don't take me as an example of the locals because I am a bit more eccentric. Let's just say.
That said, I would look. It doesn't sound like they've had any undead issues infection issues, aside from the odd straggler from Alteria, but it is possible that the cultists have made it this way north and perhaps would have gone unnoticed. They certainly did in the south for long enough.
Yeah.
I might gently inquire about any perhaps other travellers, perhaps black-robed travellers who may have come this way.
I do still have
Yeah.
3 sets of robes if we ever need to blend in with our enemies.
Noted. I do have a set of robes, albeit slightly
You can have the
acid-burned.
tattered. You can have the tattered version though. I'm not wearing any
No,
torn up clothing in this sweater.
Know that most of the action is going on down south, but we can't rule out the fact that they may have someone stationed here, sitting in the shadows and waiting to infiltrate in, with the guard being slightly thinned out.
As I said, anyone really strong looking here will probably stand out a bit as well, since most people are just, well, you know, your everyday common folk.
Well, let's keep our eyes peeled, and I'll make some gentle inquiries.
Sounds good.
If I see a familiar face, I can ask around as well. But most faces, I mean, I probably have seen this innkeep before, but not someone I'd consider myself friends with necessarily. Not enemies by any means, but I don't know them personally. If I see someone I know personally, perhaps I can also do some inquiries as to the status.
After about 10-15 minutes, the woman comes back and starts fussing and handing plates to you guys and bringing out your food. Everyone give me a perception check.
Perception.
27.
Damn.
Oh my god.
16.
I have a plus 11 on perception with expertise. So.
Okay. As she's handing you all the food and the plates and the drinks, you do see 3 people very silently enter the door of the tavern. They are all quite tall and thin. They are all wearing dark blue robes with like a gold trim, and they each have a different color wizard's hat on. But one's wearing dark blue, one's wearing dark green, one's wearing dark red. They all have gold trim on the robes and the hat.
Is there a history check to be rolled here?
I was going to say, or a religion check.
Well, you can do that after the break, because we're going to go for a little 5-minute break now. Everyone in chat, thank you for hanging on with us. We are going to go for a 5-minute break. Go get a snack, get a drink, whatever you want to do. If you don't need to do either of those things, then consider just throwing money at my face if you want to do that. That would be really appreciated. Or, subbing or following or joining the Discord. You can do all of that here. Do
you want me to write you a throw money at my face song?
Yeah.
Throw money at my face. It's got to have something like a catchy commercial break kind of melody.
Exactly, yeah.
I could use it as well then.
5 minutes. I'll leave you with some clips from season 1 to enjoy while we're away. Also, if you've got time, go follow JayvenFoxx on Twitch for the Starfinder.
Hey.
Thank you, Don Dark, for the 2 gift subs. Very much appreciated.
Some money for your face.
Sprinkles and Super Father. Very much appreciated, Don Dark. You are
very nice.
A legend.
There's a money feel on your face.
We're going to have to get you in the campaign somehow.
Yes.
Can I have a second biscuit now, Face, now that you've had money? Can I have a raise?
Enjoy these clips. We'll be back in a few minutes. We'll see you when we return.
My gift to you is this tiny, tiny harp.
It's adorable.
It's the world's smallest violin.
I was just thinking the same thing.
It's no, I'm not giving you a sassy thing. It's
next time I have an existential crisis, that's going to come out, isn't it?
Tell people his backstory.
You know what? Normally I would laugh along and side with you on this, but I feel like after today's episode, too soon.
Yeah. So well done.
Pure curiosity. Do you happen to have any more items that you were going to display tonight? We might be able to grab it. Generous
it's-
discount.
A second immovable rod, perhaps? That we wouldn't buy at a discount?
Give you an immovable rod.
No.
Whip out my wand, and with a little billow for showmanship purposes, I fire off a nice gaudy pink flare into the night sky, hoping that Frost will understand.
What is the shape of this flare?
Well, it's gaudy pink. It's difficult to achieve any defined shapes in pyrotechnics, as I'm sure you know. It takes a lot of concentration on my part, and I have had a night of fine whiskey, but it does vaguely resemble a bell end.
Nice.
Remind me, what is a bell end again?
The end of
Right.
Oh,
I
Oh.
was just
That's clip
not
that.
expecting that.
You have inspiration?
Is that advantage or a new roll?
a new roll.
Roll.
I am gonna use it.
Oh, DM inspiration.
I love the idea.
21. A
The
21.
first, you try and slam his head down, it kind of like doesn't quite land, and you're like, nope, try again.
Yeah.
It's just a
It's like,
yeah,
You
double whammy.
you grab the barman's head and you try and slam it down onto the thing, but he resists, and then you feel, nope, fuck you, and you just slam
You
it,
again.
and he slumps to the floor.
Because I would like to have a word with the ringmaster. Can I just lift the ringmaster off his feet and run with him outside?
Damn, man, you never cease to
Pick
amaze.
them up.
To steal the fucking fight organizer. Steal the promoter. You're just basically scooping
Duck
up
the
Don
ring
King,
master.
slinging him over your shoulder in a fireman's lift, and doing one. That's what you want to do.
I'm debating whether I should use it, so here we go. Roll the 1d2. So if it's a 1, I'm going to use it. Because that's probably... If it's a 1, I'm going to use it. If it's a 2, I'll keep it for now. It's a 1. We're using it.
don't we this. This is all you, buddy.
Yeah. I'm going
Yeah, I'm in a bad way.
I'm
Frost?
gonna heal up Jay.
Okay, I'll keep it. I'll keep it.
Okay.
Boss, are you telling me you spent 50 coin? Something that makes your feet itch?
And it...
Could have got a fiance for that, pal.
I'm 100% certain that it also does something else. I just don't know what. Again,
There's
it
gonna
might
be a
steal
little
my
bit of a-
soul. It might steal
gonna
my
be a
soul. It
little-
might start feet.
You're a
Gonna
natural
be a little
optimist, aren't you,
wall
Frost?
of,
That's one thing I do like about you.
And that
It's
is...
gonna be just a little wall of like silence, and he's just gonna look those eyes and open them.
Stupid.
Oh, what about bird? Bird's the word. And then instead of that, you say bard. Bard is the word.
Yeah.
I actually really like that one.
Bard.
Oh
I
no,
love
because I
that.
changed it to everyone's hard about the bard, and then I realised what I was saying. Everybody's hard about the bard, the bard. Yeah, but that's not what I meant.
It's too hard.
Okay,
And
so
it's going to
we'll
be
take
stuck in
that
my head
one
all
then.
night now. You've actually whispered your own group.
Yes, let's coin. I'll toss a coin. All right.
Oh dear. Okay, let's see.
As the coin goes into the air, I slap it clean out the air.
Whatever
Like,
it lands on.
out of nowhere,
Whatever
aggressively. Like, I no hesitation. As soon as I see the coin go in the air, I go, no! It just flies across the room.
Frost
What?
scrambles over to the coin to pick it up.
I toss it again, and whatever it lands on the floor, regardless of what if you'll slaps it or not.
This time, one of Loboto's arms telescopically stretches from all the way up from the second floor into the door and slaps the coin out of the air.
My master said that. Hand crossbow. And it also now uses, because it's a magic item, it now uses my intelligence modifier to hit.
Nice.
Not my usual dexterity.
Very
Which,
nice.
you know, can be a bit unpredictable.
Yeah.
So let me just make sure that it's actually going to use my intelligence modifier. Yeah, and it gets +1 as well. To hit and to damage. So, in theory, this should work. Here we go. Attack. With, oh yeah, massive modifier. Come on.
Oh no.
So that's a natural 1.
Oh no!
Ah, what?
You hit the half elf.
Unbelievable! Come on.
You you whip out your crossbow, your newly bought.
Build it up.
Your newly bought.
Fire.
My gift to you is this tiny, tiny harp. It's adorable.
It's the world's smallest violin.
I was just
It's
thinking the
very
same
cute.
thing.
It's no, I'm not giving you a sassy thing. It's
Next
different.
time I have an
can play it
existential
for
crisis,
Frost
that's
when
going to
he
come out,
tries
isn't
to
it?
tell people his backstory.
You know what? Normally, I would laugh along and side with you on this, but I feel like after today's episode, too soon.
Yeah. So well done.
Pure curiosity. Do you happen to have any more items that you were going to display tonight? We might be able to grab it. Generous
it's-
discount.
A second immovable rod, perhaps? That we wouldn't buy at a discount?
Give you an immovable rod.
No.
Whip out my wand, and with a little billow for showmanship purposes, I fire off a nice gaudy pink flare into the night sky, hoping that Frost will understand.
What is the shape of this flare?
Well, it's gaudy pink. It's difficult to achieve any defined shapes in pyrotechnics, as I'm sure you know. It takes a lot of concentration on my part, and I have a night of fine whiskey, but it does vaguely resemble a bell end.
Nice.
Remind me, what is a ballend again?
The end of
Right.
Oh,
I
Oh.
was just
That's clip
not
that.
expecting that.
You have inspiration?
Is that advantage or a new roll?
a new roll.
Roll.
I am gonna use it.
Oh, DM inspiration.
I love the idea.
21. A
The
21.
first, you try and slam his head down, it kind of like doesn't quite land, and you're like, nope, try again.
Yeah.
It's just a
It's like,
yeah,
You
double whammy.
you grab the barman's head and you try and slam it down onto the thing, but he resists, and then you feel, nope, fuck you, and you just slam
You
it,
again.
and he slumps to the floor.
Because I would like to have a word with the ringmaster. Can I just lift the ringmaster off his feet and run with him outside?
Damn, man, you never cease to amaze. To steal the fucking fight organizer. Steal the promoter. You're just basically scooping
Duck
up
the
Don
ring
King, slinging him over your shoulder in a fireman's lift and doing one. That's what you want to do.
I'm debating whether I should use it, so here we go. Roll the 1d2. So if it's a 1, I'm going to use it. Because that's probably... If it's a 1, I'm going to use it. If it's a 2, I'll keep it for now. It's a 1. We're using it.
don't we this. This is all you, buddy.
Yeah. I'm going
Yeah, I'm in a bad way.
I'm
Frost?
gonna heal up Jay.
What
Okay, I'll keep it. I'll keep it.
Okay.
No. Boss, are you telling me you spent 50 coin? Something that makes your feet itch.
And it.
Could have got a fiance for that, pal.
I'm 100% certain that it also does something else. I just don't know what. Again,
There's
it
gonna
might
be a
steal
little
my
bit of a-
soul. It might steal
gonna
my
be a
soul. It
little-
might start feet.
You're a
Gonna
natural
be a
optimist,
little
aren't you,
wall
Frost?
of,
That's one thing I do like about you.
And that
It's
is.
gonna be just a little wall of like silence, and he's just gonna look those eyes and open them.
Stupid.
What about bird? Bird's the word. And then instead of that, you say bard. Bard's the word.
Yeah.
I actually really like that one.
Bard.
Oh
I
no,
love
because I
that.
changed it to everyone's hard about the bard, and then I realised what I was saying. Everybody's hard about the bard, bard. Yeah, but that's not what I meant.
It's too hard.
Okay,
And
so
it's going to
we'll
be
take
stuck in
that
my head
one
all
then.
night now. You've actually dissonant whispered your own group.
Yes, let's coin. I'll toss a coin. All right.
Oh dear. Okay, let's see.
As the coin goes into the air, I slap it clean out the air,
Whatever
like
it lands on.
out of nowhere,
Whatever
aggressively. Like I no hesitation. As soon as I see the coin go in the air, I go no. It just flies across the room.
Frost scrambles over to the coin to pick it up.
I toss it again, and whatever it lands on the floor, regardless of what Javiel slaps it or not.
This time, one of Lobotto's arms telescopically stretches from all the way up from the second floor into the door and slaps the coin out of the air.
My master syndrome. Hand crossbow, and it also now uses, because it's a magic item, it now uses my intelligence modifier to hit,
Nice.
not my usual dexterity.
Very
You
nice.
know, can be a bit unpredictable.
Yeah.
So let me just make sure that it's actually going to use my intelligence modifier. Yeah, and it gets +1 as well to hit and to damage. So in theory, this should work. Here we go. Attack with massive modifier. Come on.
Oh no.
So that's
And
a natural 1.
Oh no.
Ah, what?
You hit the half elf.
Unbelievable! Come on.
You you whip out your crossbow, your newly
Build
bought.
it up.
Your newly bought.
Fire.
My gift to you is this tiny, tiny harp.
It's adorable.
It's the world's smallest
adorable.
violin.
I was just
It's
thinking the
very
same
cute.
thing.
It's no, I'm not giving you a sassy thing. It's
Next
different.
time I have an
I can play it
existential
for
crisis,
Frost
that's
when
going to
he
come out,
tries
isn't
to
it?
tell people his backstory.
You know what? Normally, I would laugh along and side with you on this, but I feel like after today's episode, too soon.
Yeah. So well done.
Pure curiosity. Do you happen to have any more items that you were going to display tonight? We might be able to grab it. Generous
it's-
discount.
A second immovable rod, perhaps? That we wouldn't buy at a discount?
Give you an immovable rod.
No.
Whip out my wand, and with a little billow for showmanship purposes, I fire off a nice gaudy pink flare into the night sky, hoping that Frost will understand.
What is the shape of this flare?
Well, it's gaudy pink. It's difficult to achieve any defined shapes in pyrotechnics, as I'm sure you know. It takes a lot of concentration on my part, and I have had a night of fine whiskey, but it does vaguely resemble a bell end.
Nice.
Remind me, what is a bell end again?
The end of
Right. Right.
Oh,
Right.
honey.
I was just
That's clip
not
that.
expecting that.
You have inspiration?
Is that advantage or a new roll?
a new roll.
Roll.
I am gonna use it.
Oh, DM inspiration.
I love the idea.
21. A
The
21.
first you try and slam his head down, it kind of like doesn't quite land, and you're like, nope, try again.
Yeah.
It's just a
It's like,
yeah,
You
double whammy.
you grab the barman's head and you try and slam it down onto the thing, but he resists, and then you think, nope, fuck you, and you just slam
Do it
it,
again.
and he slumps to the floor.
Because I would like to have a word with the ringmaster. Can I just lift the ringmaster off his feet and run with him outside?
Damn, man, you never cease to
Pick
amaze.
him up. Right.
Just steal the fucking fight organizer. Steal the promoter. You're just basically scooping
Duck
up
the
Don
ring
King,
master.
slinging him over your shoulder in a fireman's lift and doing one. That's what you want to do.
I'm debating whether I should use it, so here we go. Roll the 1d2. So if it's a 1, I'm going to use it. Because
Bad
that's
idea.
probably... If it's a 1, I'm going to use it. If it's a 2, I'll keep it for now. It's a 1. We're using it.
don't we this. This is all you, buddy.
Yeah. I'm going
Yeah, I'm in a bad way.
I'm
First-
gonna heal up Jay.
What?
Okay, I'll keep it. I'll keep it.
Okay.
No. Boss, are you telling me you spent 50 coin? Something that makes your feet itch.
And it...
Could have got a fiance for that, pal.
I'm 100% certain that it also does something else. I just don't know what. Again,
There's
it
gonna
might
be a
steal
little
my
bit of a-
soul. It might steal
gonna
my
be a
soul. It might
little-
start at feet.
You're a natural
be a
optimist,
little
aren't you,
wall
Frost?
of,
There's one thing I do like about you.
And that
It's
is...
gonna be just a little wall of like silence, and he's just gonna look close his eyes and open them.
Stupid.
Oh, what about bird? Bird is the word. And then instead of that, you say bard. Bard is the word.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hello.
yeah.
Hello.
So, Draconis had to slip out of the tavern to take care of some business for a little while. But you guys have received your food and drinks. The barmaid has shuffled her way off to take care of the 3 people who just entered the tavern.
Hmm. I was hoping to do a history or religion check on their robes, see if I recognise this particular sect. I am not. Crucially, going to cast guidance on myself. I'm not going to draw any more attention.
Oh, yeah.
Got a little
what
group
was it,
that I
what was it?
possibly have to.
History or religion, Face? What kind of check was it?
Either
Or even
one.
Arcana.
Either,
yes.
either one.
Do I get advantage on a history check because I am from the area?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then, yeah, they're both equally bad, so I'll take the advantage instead. That's an 11.
I'm going to go for a religion check.
Woo!
13.
If it's Arcana, that still sucks ass. These are
Yeah,
all intelligence-based checks, which I don't have a lot of.
Arcana I am better at, but yeah.
I have no proficiency in any 3 of these, and I suck ass when
don't-
it comes to intelligence.
You can't recall any religions that had this sort of clothing. Frost, you have a memory of someone dressed like this from Altaria, but you don't know who they were. They were just a visitor to town. They were
a visitor,
official
so it wasn't
business and-
even from Altaria then, most likely.
Yeah, I mean, you would have seen people like this
Yeah.
around there, but they're not like.
Is there? Do I know any time frame of when I saw them? Like
just
roughly
when,
around
when
the
you
same.
were a kid, yeah.
Is it roughly around the same time as the Necromancer, or is it like considerably earlier?
Yeah,
Do I link them
they've
to
been
the
they've been
necromancer?
around town. Like
Okay.
they were known around town. It's just you were a kid and you didn't pay much.
Yeah. But I would not, as a person, I would not necessarily link them to the necromancer in Altaria. So
No.
I would say the J. I do have a vague memory of someone dressed like this showing up. And as far as I remember, nothing malicious about them. Perhaps we could walk up to them and ask them about it if we
Let's
really
just,
want to know.
let's just maintain a slight distance for now. But like, what
I
are they
do
doing
want
right
that.
now, Face? Where are they going? They headed to the bar, or are they like what are they
Face,
doing?
I have a question, Jay. I can do something with my observant feet, maybe. Can I see their lips moving, Face?
You can. They are facing towards the bar. They're talking to the barmaid. You can't see their
Ah.
lips, but you can see
No
hers.
mirrors. No
Uh,
mirrors.
From reading her lips, you can tell that she's taking their breakfast order.
Okay. So
Okay.
nothing malicious. I'll share that. And I could have been any language. That is. I wouldn't have picked observant if you hadn't given me that hell with comprehend languages phase, because otherwise it's really not that good. But like this, I can just hear whatever anyone's saying from any distance.
Frost, I know
Yeah.
you've got your beer there, but I could go for a cup of tea. Yeah?
Yeah,
Pot
you
of
could
tea?
go. Oh, me not. Oh,
Well, no, just I'll go and get a pot of tea. Yeah.
sure thing. Yeah.
And just stroll casually over to the bar and post up, not immediately next to them, but within earshot, and just
I will
just hover at the bar for a moment.
I will walk up to them and just ask them straight to the face. Has anyone of you ever visited Altaria by any chance? Well, this is my childhood. I'd want to know.
The one in the middle in with the blue hat turns round. Says, "Yes, I've been to Altaria many years ago."
Yeah, it must have been when I was still a kid, because I remember, I vaguely remember someone dressed in a similar fashion to you, walking around town and visiting every now and then I was forced to flee.
You
At
are
some
from
point.
Altaria.
Well, yeah, I was until I, of course, fled. And I fled quite far, so I was wondering if you maybe know anything about the current state of Altaria, given how I was really young. I ran quite a bit.
Well, the army is holding back the undead for now, but it's tenuous at best with this new invasion.
Yeah, and I've heard there's undead coming up from the south as well. Actually.
Well, yes, that's what I was talking about.
Yeah. Quite a situation.
And he turns round and his friends, they all go and sit at a table and wait for their food.
Mm-hmm. They sit at a table that's, I assume they're not all facing the wall again.
No, they're just settling down. One's got a pipe out and it's just.
Okay, if there's anything to lip read, I would like to lip read them.
Okay, well, they're not really.
Okay.
Chillaxing.
Yeah. And then Zakonis re-enters, snakes his way over to you.
Are you out of character? I do want to know. Is everything all right? Is there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Best of a worst case scenario. It looks like guys fired off some shots close by, and wasn't really going to worry too much about it. Then realized my doorbell camera picked up the guys they were going to be looking for, so they had a description and stuff. So,
Oh, that's clever.
I work with most of our local police department at my job anyway, so it's like, yeah, drop that off for them. And Now everything's good. No
Wild.
there was no victims during the incident, so that's best
Okay,
case scenario.
that's
good.
good to hear because D&D is fun and all, but priorities that you, of course, are safe.
Agreed.
What's the rose?
Well, thank you. I appreciate the concern.
Hmm.
All good. So we had the rogue guys. You talked to the rogue guys.
Yeah, I went for a bit of a lurk, and then Frost was like, "Fuck this! I'm gonna ask them about Altaria. I'm from there, you know."
To be fair, I had a memory of them visiting as well, so maybe there was something to go off of there.
Well, then I'll kind of slink into the after his conversation.
Did you know them, Frost?
I
Are
remember seeing one of the mages as a child. He visited Altaria semi-frequently. He was definitely not from Altaria, but he'd know the place. But as a child, I didn't pay the big hats much mind. But now that I'm older, I was wondering if he maybe still occasionally takes a look at Altaria and maybe he know something that we don't yet. But yeah, I don't actually know if they're part of a guild or not that I can remember anyway. So no, not personally. I don't know.
Are a very intriguing looking bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
Did you get the description, by the way, for the mages still, Zero? Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to pop over to their table briefly. Let's go. Hello, gentlemen. Sorry to interrupt your breakfast, I would presume, but I have to ask. I'm somewhat of a sartorial aficionado, and I couldn't help but notice your fine robes. Where would I be able to maybe pick up something like that? They really are rather elegant.
Oh, these are robes of the School of Candylight, don't you know?
The School of Candylights.
Quite.
Ah, I've heard of you. I've been wanting to visit the school for some time now.
A scholar, are you?
Well, I'd like to think so. You know, I dabble. I've heard remarkable things about your research.
Oh yes, it's a wonderful school.
Oh, if you don't mind me asking, what's your primary field of study?
Well, I myself, I study electricity magic and the sort.
Fascinating. Oh well, I'm sorry I could talk your ear off about this all morning. Is the school far from here then?
Oh well, Cholneth is about 4 or 5 days away.
That's what I thought. So what brings you so far south, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, that's official business. I can't really tell you.
Of course, I understand. Yes, absolutely. Discretion is the best part of valor, right?
Of course.
And your friends. Do you all study electricity magic or?
The one in the red hat says, "Fire."
Well, yes. That
Jay's
tracks.
fired from being
And
interviewed.
the one in the green hat says, "Nature."
Have you ever been to? Have you studied nature? Have you ever been to Damp Lily by any chance?
Haven't had a chance.
I tell you, there's something shady going on there, but I wouldn't know what. It just doesn't. They're so secretive there.
Well, everyone has their secrets.
Apparently not us. Anyway, if I ever wanted to become a student of the School of Candylights, how would I go about applying? It's been something of an ambition of mine ever since I heard about your work.
Oh yes, well we have enrollment every 8 months.
Every 8 months. And when was your last one?
Let me see.
Let me check the old file of facts.
and then and then that happened, and then
Carry the one.
yeah. So about 6 months ago, I'd say.
Oh,
So,
so there's another round coming up. Is it just is it an open application process, or would I
Yes.
sponsor
have-
or
There is an entrance exam.
an exam? Eh? Hmm.
I might as well try.
And is there a cost? Is it cost?
No, it's fully funded.
Well, that's marvelous. Who provides the funding? Does that come from the king?
We work very closely with the king. Yes.
Oh, he's got a lot on his plate at the minute, of course.
You've heard of the troubles?
Well, we came from the south. We came across some of them on our way. Rather nasty business.
Treacherous road.
Indeed. But you've not had any issues up here?
Well, I can't say too much. It's obviously
Compartmentalized,
sensitive
of course,
matters,
yes.
but we have seen what's been going on.
Okay.
Can I ask you one thing? I think it's the blue mage that went to Altair before, right? I suppose it's
You saw the robes before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
could have been anyone with these robes.
yeah. Can I ask about your time spent in Altair? I suppose it's a bit late now to do anything about anything you would have done there. What always brought you back to Altair? Because from what I remember, you visited somewhat frequently.
Well, I didn't get to go there much, but a lot of my associates would have gone there. I worked with your mage circle and the
I think my dad would have known more about it then, so that's probably secret stuff if he even didn't tell me. Hi, I'm Jack Terrius, by the way, son of James Terrius.
Oh, nice to meet you. My name is Cornelius Bifflethwaite. This here is
Cornelius
Porter and
Bifflethwaite.
Roland.
Great names. Was that Bithilthwaite?
Yes, Bifflethwaite.
Are these
Very
references that are going over my head again?
And that was Cornelius Bithilthwaite and sorry, the other two.
Porter and Roland.
So good. Approve.
Are these references that
Top
are going
name
over
work.
my head?
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet you all, gentlemen.
Likewise.
Tell you what, just between us men of science, if I happen to potentially try my luck at the next intake up there at the school, got any tips for a keen amateur? What is the sort of thing is that they're looking for up there? I mean, obviously there's an exam, but I know how the world works.
Wow.
You must have been through it. Any tips for a budding scientist?
Let me see what you got. Show me something.
Let me see. Of course. Loboto. I'm going to get him to bring over one of the pieces of fruit from the table.
Okay.
So, you might want to stand back a little bit for this, chaps. I wouldn't want to get any of this on your robes. And I cast Shocking Grasp on the apple.
Nice. So you just fry it.
Yeah. I blow that thing up basically. And yeah, with lightning damage, and yeah, smash it everywhere. And then I immediately spin to the bar and go, sorry, I'll clean it up, I promise. Sorry.
As you blow it up and bits of apple fly everywhere, you just see all three of the mages sitting at the table are protected by little imperceptible mana energy fields.
Nice.
So none of it gets on their clothes. They are very dry indeed. but there is a mess everywhere else.
Nice.
Oh, thanks, Jay. That's a
I-
wipe
I-
it off.
I did warn you, Loboto, and I'm just going to point
Oh my
Loboto over
God.
towards. There's like a broom leaned up against the corner, and I just set him to work sweeping up my mess as usual. He's just shuffling around.
Good
was
work.
like-
Did
Thank you. Well, and this is Loboto, by the way. I made him.
you made this thing?
Yeah.
Did you? Let
I
me
did.
get a look at him.
Loboto, come over here for a second. Yeah, he grumpily shuffles over.
The Roboto shuffles over, and the wizard starts to, very, very sort of going over every detail and inspecting everything he possibly can. And you hear him mumbling to himself. He's saying, "Oh, yes. Oh, I see what you. Oh, yes, fine.
Carry the
work.
one.
Yes, fine work here. Maybe you could be a good candidate."
Oh, that's very kind of you to say. Yes, it's really been the whole purpose of my life so far, I guess.
I think you only heard about it on the time we did like the Flaming Foxes thing, right?
Not the school, just generally the pursuit of knowledge, Frost.
Oh,
But as soon as I found out about a place that so heartily pursued knowledge en masse as a group, a funded entity, of course I wanted to check it out.
Do you reckon I could gain?
I looked slightly panicked at the mages.
To be fair, none of my spells do anything unless I specifically will them to do something, right?
He looks you up and down and says, "It
No.
seems that you are more suited to battle."
I do pursue spells of wind and winter. I do try to learn those. I could show you if you want, but
Well,
they
go on
are
then.
mostly. I will grab my blade and I will hold it in a backwards-handed grip. Now, anyone who's wielded a sword knows that this is really ineffective, and I'll just cast the both Zephyr Strike and Frozen Smite. So crystals will form and wind will gather around me.
He leans in and lifts up his glasses and then just says, "Weak." No. I
And
see.
your note ascending in play it catches fire.
Yeah.
That's not money.
I see. Yes. Yes. Well, a bit of work to do, but it'll pass. Maybe.
I can move like the wind, like this. I think it's what was Zephyr Strike again? If it's did it just? I think it's just a disengage for a minute.
Back in a minute,
Yeah.
guys. Sorry, I really need to run downstairs.
Yeah.
It's just evening of unexpected interruptions, isn't it,
Yeah.
today? Just having one
Right.
of those days, folks.
I was hearing a bomb go off downstairs. Hold on. The cops shouldn't have found it. Oh, I can hear the 64 children in my basement screaming. Hold on, I gotta check.
Give me a moment.
I need to think
Can
of
you
what else
guys-
ask this guy.
Should I give you these 64 children in my basement, or should I double it and give it to the next person?
What else do I want to ask this guy? I need to think.
That would be so awesome.
That you might actually
Okay,
answer.
hello.
Hello.
Well, I mean, if everybody else is trying, what about little fire and nature combined?
That just cost me 2 of my spell slots.
Yes.
Just fuck you.
Let's see what you got then.
Why can I never just have a thing?
He's just gonna birds one stone summon Aloysius. They mean snake spirit.
Would that be considered necromancy?
Oh, very nice. I see you work a lot with magic.
Yeah. Sort of a new focus.
Well, perhaps
Nice.
you too could be a good candidate.
Interesting. Well, thanks for the kind words.
Kind of dispel Elysius, and then he'll add to it and be like,
Although, in fairness, pursuit of knowledge falls solely on Jay more than myself.
Yeah.
Soft boo.
For me, it's the pursuit of damage mostly, I think.
Mr. Bithelthwaite, I'd heard from actually, I believe, potentially one of your colleagues from the school, someone we met on our travels, that there'd been quite a few meteorites found in this part of the world. Is that something you've experienced? I'd love to find one day while we're out traveling. Any way you could suggest I might look? It's an area of study of I'm quite interested.
Oh yes, in the frozen isles to the north there was quite an interesting stone found.
The Frozen Isles. Oh, I'll have to make a visit there potentially.
Beware, it is a dangerous trip.
That's
Oh, really?
been all of our trip so far.
Anything in particular I should be worried about?
Well, elementals, yetis, that sort of thing. Snow
course.
wolves,
You know,
ice snakes, giants. The list goes on.
Jay, I should point out, if you're expecting me to deal damage again to creatures of the cold, I should warn you that my spells are somewhat less effective to those that are also used to these harsher conditions.
Right. Well, I mean, I'd just like to find a rock at some point. We don't need to worry about that for now. Just nice to meet some people with some similar interests.
I suppose.
Please, let me get a couple of pots of tea sent over for you.
Oh well, that would be very much appreciated.
Yes, of course. No, I appreciate the chat. Are you staying locally, or are you around for long?
I'd say we'd be here for a couple of days.
Ah, well, I'd love to potentially continue this conversation at some stage, if that would be amenable to you.
Of course, of course.
My name's Jayville, by the way. Sorry, pleasure.
Nice to meet you.
I'm gonna go because I'm a little bit starstruck, and I felt like I was running out of steam. So I'm just gonna go and order in a couple of pots of tea and get them sent over to the mages.
Face,
I'm very excited.
There's something I'd like to do now that we're reaching further north and north as well.
Yeah.
I've mentioned it in season 1 a couple times. The lanterns of Altaria that just keep burning forever.
Yeah.
I would like to go out back into the rain, see if there's shops that would possibly sell those. That's really the only item I want currently. Or at
Okay,
this time
well,
specifically.
You've got some time to just sort of wander around the village and try and find anything you want. So if you guys want to do something, the wizards have gone to their breakfast and their tea.
Should probably get our room first, actually. If we're staying here for a day. Especially if we're waiting for Pearl. You know what I just realized about Pearl?
What's that?
Skarnul could only teleport us so far. I did mention there were 3 villages. How are we going to let Pearl know which one we're in if we also don't know when she is teleported near here?
Well, one way is to hopefully, Pearl's a sociable person. Maybe she would talk to the barkeeper or the hostess here.
Yeah, but she'd have to find this city out of the three we could have visited?
We kind of stand out a little. So
I have an idea.
if we happen to not be here,
Yeah, but if she
shows up
goes to
later.
any of the other two villages, if she goes north, does she have a compass with her? Does she know which at all
She
times
can't-
which way is north?
She can't go further than we did, right?
Well, she can go back south. The teleporting does disorient you a little bit.
Guys, I have an idea. When it stopped raining, I can send Spark out with I'll magically tinker something, little sign for her, and I'll get Spark to run it back out to where we got dropped off,
Well, if you can assure that we
saying where we're
safe.
headed.
Yeah, I
Well-
suppose that would work. Yeah, no, just making sure that if we.
I can
are
leave her a little
heading-
token, a little trail of breadcrumbs.
Are we gonna get a room though here, or are we immediately planning on moving to Jorneth?
I don't know. You know this town better than I do.
There's something I'd
Anything
like
worth-
to get here still. Something that would remind me of home, but I'm not sure if they sell it. I think it used to be mostly Altarian, but with the zombies apparently seeping into the area every now and then, there might still be a stray copy of this item that I seek. You remember the lanterns I mentioned, the ones with the eternal bluish glow?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see if I can find one of those here in one of the shops, but again, not 100% sure if they have them.
Well, we can take a look. Is it still raining out?
Yes, I was thinking of just going out myself because the rain doesn't bother me too much. Compared to a snowstorm, this is actually quite pleasant.
Okay. Well, if you want to do a bit of shopping, let us know what you find. Because I might actually
Any
just
specific items
just
you
chat
want
to a
me
couple
look
more of the
out-
locals.
Are there any items you'd want me to look out for? Anything in a certain category of items, maybe?
Well, I'm still looking for. I've still got my armor project I'd like to work on.
Oh yeah, if you
If you see any decent supplies for, I mean, you know armor. Yeah, just let me know what you find. See if you,
But
if
you
you
do
find
want
any
it to
any
craft
decent
it,
material vendors.
I assume you just wanted to craft it yourself and not have me just buy
Ideally,
the
I mean-
armor.
Yes, I feel like I'd want. It would be nice to have something handmade.
Any budget for this as well?
Well, just let me know what you see. Just I'm looking
Okay, I'll
mainly
come
mainly
back
for
and I won't
materials at
buy
the
it.
moment.
I won't buy
I'm still not
anything.
entirely certain what I need to what I'm going to need to use to make it. So just let me know what you see.
Yeah,
Well, you're going to need some steel and some other metal.
Yeah.
If you want
And then
any,
I get your armor.
if you
I
want
get
any
Jay's
fancy
armor.
trim, you're going to need gold or silver or whatever you want for that.
Yeah, just let me know if there's anybody who's kind of like selling raw materials anywhere. Also, if there are any magic shops, I'm always interested in magic shops. I like
Oh, yeah,
I like
that's
trinkets
true.
and stuff.
Yeah, I still need to get a new rapier for my new, more combat-oriented skills.
But if you don't mind, I'm going to stay here and dry off a little more.
That
Finish
is
this
fair.
fine breakfast and maybe chat to a couple more of the locals.
That's true. So, Conus, do you want to tag along, or do I need to search for you for any specific item?
I'm not really looking for anything, but I mean,
Magic items, I assume, are always welcome.
we'll never turn a magic item down as long as it doesn't do what yours does.
Which of my magic items is...
Actually, as a matter of fact, I don't think I want you to bring me any magic items.
Well, you know how expensive magic items are. Everyone's going to pay for them.
Yeah, that's true, and
I would report back, just like I would for Jay, and then you can
I'll
decide
save
if
my-
when it's dry.
save my gold when we're further north.
None of my magic items are outright hostile, right? Yeah, sure, I have perpetually itchy feet, and I have to move every combat, if able. But
Outright
I still get 10
hostile.
feet of movement.
I've spent most of my life in the woods barefoot with no itchy feet.
Mhm.
I don't think I want to
It's
experience
the
that starting now.
bracelet. It's the bracelet. No, I have
I
this.
know
I
it's the
have this
bracelet.
magical
I-
item sparrow called bracelet of itchy feet. Very original naming here, Face. I think that one was on you. Have I even? No, I never added that to my inventory.
You think
Oh no,
I'll
I
save
did.
magical item search for a little bit more
It might be sold to someone if you don't tag along yourself, though, because I also like magic items.
It's a chance I'm willing to take.
Okay. Actually, I also want to look for a rapier or a rapier +1 phase, if that is possible,
Okay.
Yep, yeah.
so I can use a
Well-
1d8 finesse weapon.
Give me a perception check. The town is still pretty early. Town is just getting started.
28. Twice, even if you gave me disadvantage.
Pretty
You-
good.
A 17 and a 17, like the natural 17s, with a +11 on perception.
You managed to find a smith,
Yeah.
blacksmith.
Does he sell a rapier, a rapier +1, or a magical item that I can afford? I have 275 gold,
Well,
roughly.
you're gonna have to go in and talk to the guy.
I will do just that. If are we going to meet him? Or-
Yeah.
Okay. I will enter the smith and see if there's like any no haggling signs, because I'm not making this mistake again. And then I will look for a person to talk to.
There's
That is just salesman.
there's a big, burly, white-haired man, looks about 60, just hammering away on a sword anvil.
Yolan Greymane. Could be. I will. Is there anyone else? Because he is hammering away. Okay, I will carefully approach him, and I will try. I'll just say, "Hi, I was wondering if I could find maybe some leftover steel scraps here, or some magical swords you may or may not have."
Well, we don't have any magical swords, but definitely got a lot of metal sitting around.
Because a friend of mine would like to begin his journey as a craftsman of his own. Perhaps you could maybe even teach him a thing or two. But do you by any chance sell? Altarians used to use these lanterns with like a bright blue glow. You don't have any one of those, do you, by any chance?
Sorry, mate.
You know the ones I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah, I've seen them.
Yeah. Do you sell? Do you sell any rapiers or?
Well, what with everything that's going on recently, we're a bit low on stock, but you can check out what we got. Might have a couple left.
No, thank you. I will do just that. I will look for rapiers, and then I know he steals scraps for Jay, which is something.
Yeah, you look around, and there is not much there. Seems that weapons, armor, most of them have been acquired by the army.
Okay. Well, that's unfortunate. Oh, I
There
can't get
is-
any change for weapons then anywhere near.
There's a couple of normal rapiers, but there's all the best stuff has gone to the.
So no +1s. Can I ask out of character? Would there be any chance that in Cholnef I do find a +1 rapier,
I'm sure they've got a very well stocked blacksmith.
even with the war and everything going on?
Well, yeah, I mean it's a big city.
Especially because of the war.
More stuff.
Is there a sign saying I can't sell anything?
Huh?
Can I ask if you might be interested in the nature longsword that I originally paid 60 gold for?
Broken one.
No, because Jay mended it or Pearl mended it.
Oh, is it fixed
Somebody, yeah, somebody used mending to fix it. It is fixed.
now? He looks at it.
It's a +1 sword as well, by the way.
This is some quite interesting work here. Well,
What
never
do you
seen
think of
anything
that?
like it. Where did you get
Yeah.
this?
So I got it furthermore from South. It's made in using a secret technique that they only perfected in Damp Lily, I'm pretty sure. Using I don't know if you've heard of the city, but they use nature in their buildings as well. Their buildings grow instead of being made of bricks. They're made of vines as hard as rock. And the sword is no different.
Mind if I test it out?
Yeah, go ahead, give it a swing.
You
I
like-
swear to God, if you have a break again, I'm gonna fucking kill you, face.
The ominous sound of a D20 being rolled behind the screen.
He's got a training dummy in one corner of the room. He sort of goes over to it. Ha 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 ha. Oh yeah, this is quite nice actually.
Yeah.
How much you want for it?
I'd say 70 gold.
Ooh, 70 gold. That's a bit steep.
How much are you willing to pay?
50.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. That is. I can go to 65, I suppose. I can't go any lower than that.
He looks it over again. And he sees. Wait, let me see. Does he see this? Let me see.
Oh, come on! It's mended. There shouldn't be any cracks left.
Let me see. Well, it depends if Jay did a good job or not, doesn't it?
He spent like you said he spent like an hour doing it during the travels.
Well, you're lucky because he doesn't see anything.
It's still a perfectly functional sword, even if there was a crack.
That 60.
You know what? I think I'm happy to part with it for 60 gold. I can do that much.
Alright, well. Very nice. And he
Alright.
hands over 60 gold.
Pleasure doing business. I will have to remove the item from my inventory. I still have the scabbard because I didn't sell it, so I have a leafy scabbard still. I just
No, the scabbard goes with it.
Oh, come on. Okay, well, fair enough. That at least I got back as much money as I paid for it, which is completely fine by me because it means I can probably find a +1 rapier for something similar. So yeah, I never caught your name, did I?
Name's Gus.
Yes. Well, Jack, and pleasure doing business. And I suppose one of my friends might be here for some steel scraps later.
Well, I look forward to your business.
Likewise. And I will leave and see if there's any shops with magic items or anything else.
Okay, while Frost is doing this, what are you guys doing in Avon?
Well, I have just eaten my body weight in bacon, fruit, bread, and cheese. And it feels real good. Feels real good. And obviously washed all down with a nice pot of tea. I am going to approach the bar briefly, or try and get the server's attention. Probably going to order another pot of tea and send another one over to the major's table.
If you want to get him drunk, you probably need to use beer.
I'm on my best behaviour because I want to impress these people. You know, I don't want to show them that I'm a morning drinker yet. But I am going to, as I talk to the server, I'm going to be like, and another pot of tea for our friends over there. And I'm just going to kind of go. See, what's the deal with them then, anyway? We had a chat to them, but they're quite mysterious, aren't they?
She says, "Oh, feeling generous today, sir, are you? Oh, that's very nice of you. Well, yeah, they're from the school of Candylite. They're highly powerful mages. We don't really get to see them much, as we don't have a major circle here, but they sometimes come travelling through, making sure everyone's okay and such."
Yeah, seemed like lovely chaps. Where do you think they might be off to?
Oh, who knows? We don't hear of their business here, but I mean, obviously, with everything that's been going on recently, we can only assume that they're trying to figure out what's happening.
Yes, on a mission, no doubt.
Yes, well, I believe in them. They're capable wizards.
You seem fairly happy with things around here. King doing a good job then?
Oh yeah, the king's been very good since he started ruling, and he's nothing to complain about. I mean, obviously, we get the odd undead from Altaria, but that's, can't really help that.
But it sounds like even that's being dealt with.
Oh yes.
Oh well. Well, it must be nice to be to have such relative peace. I remember what that was like.
Come from a peaceful place, do you?
Yes, I used to. It's been a bit less relaxing on the way here, though. I have to say, things are getting rather dicey out there.
Yes, well, hopefully you can have a nice stay up here.
We're thinking of pushing on to Cholneth, possibly in the morning. Take it you might have a room spare if we decided to stay the night.
Yeah, so rooms upstairs. How many do you need?
Well, I think we'd take 3. Just out of curiosity, though, if we wanted to get to Cholneth perhaps a little bit quicker, is there anybody around here who may be able to offer a ride?
Well, there are carts that go every few days. I haven't seen one yesterday. Was it the day before? I can't remember, but if you stick around long enough, then there will be transport, yeah.
Okay. Yes, might ask around. Who should I keep an eye out for?
Well, they usually come park out front because this is the center of the village, so
hitchhike from here.
yes.
Excuse me. Oh, well, that's very useful. Out of curiosity, might do a little bit of shopping. I know it's only a small village, but anything you particularly recommend while I'm checking out while I'm here?
Well, we've got quite a skilled smith, and if you're looking for horses, then we've got some good ones here.
Ah, okay. Right, well, thank you very much. I don't think I could get another bite down me. I think I'll just settle up for this, and unless you want anything, Zakonis, anything else for you?
Oh no, I think the pie was enough.
Excellent. Cool. In that case, yes, just get the bill if that's okay, and might have a little stroll around town.
Okay, I'll just get that for you.
While she pops away, I'm going to get my jug of alchemy.
Yeah.
Pour it out. I think it just had water in it. And I am going to refill. Oh, I think shit. What did it have in it? I can't even remember. Basically, I want to refill it with the most valuable form of alcohol I can fill it with, in the hope of maybe getting a couple of coin towards the hotel tab / my coffers.
Give me a stealth check.
Okay.
Because you are not the only ones in the room.
That is a nat 20. Let's go. That's a critical sneak.
Very nice.
You look around, all shifty, and everyone seems distracted. You know, they're not looking at you. No, this is your moment. This is your time. You quickly lean over the bar and just grab a bottle. When you tip the bottle back up, once you filled the jug, you see the label saying Dragon's Breath Whiskey. And yeah, you now have a jug of Dragon's Breath whiskey.
Nice. That went so much better than I'd planned. That is a definite nat 20 scenario, because I was literally just going to pour out the water and fill it with wine and try and sell the wine. But that is so much better. Amazing. Okay. Cool. Nice one. Yeah, so when she comes back, I'm like, actually, obviously I'm going to settle a bill here, but I was just wondering, obviously we've come from far away, and on our travels I did happen across this rather fine Dragon's Breath whiskey. Don't know whether you've come across it in your travels.
Oh yeah, we have a bottle right here. Oh, it seems to be empty. I swear I replaced it this morning, but...
Well, no better time to top it up then. I have loads. So allow me to top you off and maybe stock you back up again.
Give me a bluff check.
What's bluff? I think that's a stealth fighting thing, right?
Yeah, it is a Starfinder thing. Yeah, it's
It's
what would it be?
I think
Deception.
Deception,
Deception. Yeah.
Deception.
God.
Same thing, different name.
8.
Do I have perception or deception? Now I have persuasion.
She gives you a very shifty look. She's like, what is this guy up to? He's been pretty chill up till now, but now he's like trying to sell me alcohol, the bar, and it is conveniently the one that we are out of.
You made me do that. I just wanted to sell us some wine. I can't believe my nat 20 is coming back to haunt me.
She says, "Well, we've got some stock in the back. I wouldn't feel right buying it off you, but I hope you have fun with your supply."
Oh, I shall. And allow me to. I could see you were upset. Allow me to fill that bottle back up for you on the house. You've been so wonderful for us at breakfast time. It's the least I can do, and it really is remarkable stuff. We are, in part roving traders and the like, and I like to leave a little token everywhere we stop.
Well, by all means, if you have enough, then go ahead.
I'm going to refill her bottle for her. Knowing full well my jug will refill. But I thought that was a nice gesture. Because I didn't mean to steal her Dragon's Breath whiskey.
See, sometimes the rolls are too good.
Apparently so. But never for very long. Lovely.
Yeah, you've got your jug.
How much do I owe her for brekkie?
I think it's 4 gold. It's not...
I can do that. Okay. So, how's it going? What do you say? Time to attack the day?
Yeah, I think we can turn in for now and figure out what our next course of action is.
Sure. Besides, I don't like leaving Frost unattended for too long.
I'm curious to see if he brings back anything interesting.
As we leave, because are you thinking like getting an early night, like at lunchtime? Is that your thoughts there? Are you just like having a little hibernate, or are you? Because I was thinking of hitting the village.
Yeah, because it is still quite early in the day.
Oh, okay. I did.
We just had breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
A
Yeah,
late
that's true,
breakfast
that
for
is
sure,
true.
but
We had the I had the breakfast pie.
I mean, yeah, while we're here, it can't hurt to look around. So,
right, we're explorers after all. As we make our way out of the tavern, obviously I'm redonning all my gear, which I'm hoping is dry by this stage. I'm just gonna swing by the major's table and just go, well, have a lovely day, gentlemen. It was a real pleasure to meet you. I think we're going to do a spot of shopping. Don't know whether there's much around. In fact, you don't know any good magical suppliers, do you, in this part of town?
Oh, well, I haven't been to this village myself before, but it doesn't seem like the kind of place to have that many magic items to me.
No, I had a similar thought, but no harm in asking, eh?
Well, I appreciate the tea.
You're very
Well,
welcome. Thank you for the chat. It was most enlightening.
I'm sure we'll meet again.
Oh, I hope so. That would be excellent. Right. To the village.
You guys open the door, and as you open the door, the rain stops and weather clears up a little bit.
Ah, that's better.
And that's where we're gonna end it.
good start.
That cliffhanger of an ending.
Yeah. A nice spot of overcast shopping.
Yeah. GG, I think you did well. This could have gone very differently, depending on your choices. So
What part? It could have gone very differently.
As they always can.
I told you, it's just shouting, "Yo, Spanul, where you at?" Was a good idea. Okay.
That was still a terrible idea.
Yeah, new village, new people. What do you think of Cornelius?
Enjoyed.
Yes, very much.
Fun.
Top notch.
Sure, you'll see a lot of Cornelius.
Yeah, seemed like my kind of cat. I really want his hat.
His blue and gold hat.
It's like blue and gold pointy wizard hat. It's like
your level 20 or
good
your
stuff.
nat 20. You should have used that on your stealing his hat. Slide a hand check.
Yeah, unfortunately, obviously Zoe's not here, so didn't want to progress the story too much.
No.
But
No, that's fair.
you have made some good stuff this.
And I am the richest person from the entire body, I think, and now a whopping 336 gold to my name.
Well, sooner you give me some of that, the sooner I can make some armor and you can have mine.
You can just get the scraps. I never said I'd buy you the armor. You were making that for yourself.
I'm not saying buy me the armor. I'm just saying, like you might have to if you help me fund the build a little bit, that'll speed up the process.
I can wait.
You'll get your studded leather just a
Or
little bit quicker.
maybe
I have
next
the
time
highest
we
AC still.
I'm gonna
we
secretly
find a sleeping spot, I could come across some gold somehow.
Yeah.
Next time.
And for some reason, Frost lost gold, and I don't know what happened. It was the goblins.
It was a nat 20. I didn't know what happened.
Goblin cold is real.
I'm going to sneakily bribe Face with gold to make sure that no shop between here and Cholneth has any studded leather. It's going to be a closed market.
Stealth normally needs to be passive perception. I don't know if you know what observant does, but my passive perception is 26. So unless you roll a nat 20, because we do play the game with always a success on a nat 20, you will get caught.
We can't. We can't be sleeping with one eye
Got a
open
plus 8.
when we're. It's just going to make the whole trip just too much hard work. Well, of course, if I did want to do that, I'd probably use invisibility.
My gold would still float, you idiot, right?
Yeah, you just see like a pouch of gold floating off towards my bag.
I'd say you'd be safer doing it out of invisibility, because if you're invisible, I will use my sword, and if you're
That's
not,
true,
I
yeah,
will
yeah.
punch you.
That's fair.
Guys, wake up! Invisible enemy! Just cleave me in twain.
Actually, in unarmed
What a horrible accident.
I
If
just
you're not
imagine
expecting it.
you having stolen Frost's money, and then him coming in and doing what the ring wraiths did to the bed at the Prancing Pony. Just, ah!
I am sorry that I don't get this reference. Which movie is this? I'll add
Lord
it
of the
to the list.
Rings.
First one.
Oh no,
Lord of
this
the Rings
is on
movie.
the list. Yeah, we were gonna watch this, and then I got way too drunk and I passed out on the couch.
Honestly,
first time
watching
trying
Lord
to
of the
watch Lord of the
Rings
Rings.
is better than being drunk.
We weren't gonna do an all night. Well, I say drink. It was not just drink. We were doing drinking games, so I'd done something else.
Anyway,
right?
before we do stories and stuff, let's wrap up the
Yeah.
YouTube video.
Yeah.
Yes.
Everyone watching
Well,
on
I-
YouTube, thank you for watching. Very much appreciated. If you want to catch this live every Wednesday, it's down the bottom there. Look, every Wednesday, 8 p.m. UK, 3 p.m. EST, over on my Twitch. Speaking of Twitch, you should also go follow these guys, whose links will be in the description, and go watch Starfinder on Mondays on Javen's channel. I play a big old dragon boy.
And they almost become pirate lords.
Yeah, but for now, look after yourselves, be excellent to each other, and we will see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Peace.